6:30 as more refugees continue to flee the war-torn country of Ukraine. Relief organizations are scrambling to help.
Now, more than 2 million people have crossed into neighboring countries so far. Fox 12's Sammy Gutierrez tells us what a woman from the Portland area is seeing on the ground in Romania.
She's with Mercy Corps, which has teams on the ground in Poland, Ukraine, and Romania, where she's based. She says the stories she's hearing from refugees are heart-wrenching. Of the 2 million refugees who have fled the fighting in Ukraine so far, more than 340,000 crossed the border into Romania.
What are you hearing from the people about what they're fleeing from?
What almost everyone that I've talked to is telling me is that their cities have come under bombardment.
Cassandra Nelson is an advisor with Mercy Corps. The organization is providing resources and funding for local organizations working to send medical supplies and food into Ukraine.
What we're seeing is that it's about 95% women and children. Women that are just making their way across the border. They're the last bit of the border they're generally crossing by foot, but they've taken all different kinds of transportation to get this far.
She says she's spoken with refugees from all over Ukraine, including the capital of Kyiv and the northeastern city of Sumy, which has seen intense shelling from the Russian military.
I spoke just today with a woman that said that for 8 days they were sheltering in a church in her neighborhood, and they knew that things were getting worse, but they were kind of hoping eventually it would let up. And then it got to the point where it was just so bad that they literally all just, they just kind of ran out of the church as the bombings got so close to them and made their way. It took 3.5 days for them to reach here.
The Romanian government has set up refugee reception centers, and other informal refugee centers have also sprung up, one at a luxury hotel, for instance. The majority of refugees crossing the border have moved on to other countries like Poland, but more than 80,000 have stayed in Romania.
Because their loved ones, whether it be their husbands or their brothers or their parents, are still in Ukraine, and they don't want to go far away from the border. And they're hopeful. They remain very hopeful that this is all going to end soon and they can actually go home.
Mercy Corps is in the process of setting up long-term operations in the region. Anyone interested in donating to Mercy Corps and the work that they're doing can do so on their website. You can find a link on our website, kptv.com. Just click on this story. I'm Simon Gutierrez, Fox 12 Oregon.